Cats engender so much admiration and curiosity in us humans. We've tried to understand their abilities and instinctive behaviours to the point that some great mythologies have developed around them. Some of these have included having 9 lives, that they always fall on their feet, or that they can't stand dogs. However, much of these interpretations about our little friends are false. To promote a better understanding of cats and their true characteristics, AnimalWised brings you the top 10 myths about cats you should stop believing. One. Cats have 9 lives. Who has never heard that cats have 9 lives? This is perhaps the most widespread myth about cats, even if most people take it with a pinch of salt. Perhaps it has originated from a cat's agility and ability to escape accidents or avoid fatal blows. It may even come from some ancient story passed down through generations. The unfortunate reality is that cats only have 1 life, just as we and all other animals do. Additionally, while they can be good at looking after themselves, they're not invulnerable. They need preventative medicine and special care with food and hygiene to ensure a long life. 2. Milk is suitable for cats. Although the rise of dairy-free products has perhaps hurt the reputation of lactose in general, the image of a cat drinking milk from its bowl still persists for many of us. This is why many people still think it is okay for cats to drink cow's milk. All mammals are born to drink milk. It's the food they need to develop as infants. However, their bodies change as they develop and acquire new nutritional needs. Consequently, they also develop different eating habits. While they are breastfeeding from their mother, mammals produce a large amount of an enzyme called lactase, the function of which is to digest the lactose from their mother's milk. But once they reach the weaning stage, the production of this enzyme progressively decreases. This is to prepare the animal for its transition to adult food, as well as helping it to stop consuming breast milk and being able to feed on its own. Although some cats may still produce a certain amount of lactase enzyme, most adult males are allergic to lactose. The consumption of milk for many of these animals can lead to severe gastrointestinal problems. Therefore, it is a myth that milk is a suitable food for our cats. In the case of feeding kittens, which don't have access to their mother's milk, we must provide an artificial milk formula available in veterinary clinics. As for adult cats, there are many commercial feeds which are specially prepared to meet their nutritional needs. Black cats bring bad luck. This untruth has its origins in the Middle Ages, when black cats were particularly associated with witchcraft. In addition to being baseless prejudice, this belief can be very negative for black cats. According to statistics, black cats are the least adopted from animal shelters. There are several reasons this belief is merely a myth. In principle, the colour of their fur has nothing to do with a cat's luck or that of anyone near it. The cat's colour is merely a genetic inheritance. The only reason people feel they have bad luck around them is from people propagating this false belief. The best and most practical way to dispel myths about black cats is to have one as a pet. Those who have already had the opportunity to share their lives with these cats will know that their character brings joy and warmth to our homes, not bad luck. 4. Cats always land on their feet. Although the majority of the time cats will land on their feet when they fall, this is not a steadfast rule in 100% of cases. Cats have a very flexible skeleton, which gives them excellent mobility and ability to withstand heights. However, their endurance depends on the height from which the cat falls. It's not possible for them to always land on their feet. If the feline has time to turn their body round of their own accord, they may be able to land safely. However, even if they land on their feet, a fall from a great enough height is likely to cause damage, with no guarantee they will be free from injury. Additionally, cats only develop this instinctive orientation instinct, known as straightening, from its 3rd week of life. This is why falls are especially dangerous for baby kittens, though they should be avoided throughout the cat's whole life where possible. 5. Pregnant women should not have cats. This is an unfortunate myth which has led to some cats being abandoned by their owners when someone in the family becomes pregnant. The origin of this myth is the supposed risk of transmission of a pathology known as toxoplasmosis. In brief terms, this is a disease caused by a parasite, Toxoplasma gondii, whose main form of contamination comes from direct contact with the feces of cats. However, toxoplasmosis is very rare in cats which have been domesticated from birth, eat commercially prepared cat food, and have been given the correct inoculations. If a cat is not a carrier of this pathogenic parasite, there's no risk of transmission to a pregnant woman. A pregnant woman can completely prevent toxoplasmosis by cleaning a cat's litter by wearing gloves and avoiding the handling of raw meat. In any case, if you suspect your cat may have toxoplasmosis, a veterinary visit is required to carry out the proper analysis. 6. Cats can be educated alone. Although cats can innately develop many instinctive skills and behaviours characteristic of their species, it doesn't mean they can educate themselves completely. Actually, training is not simply possible, but highly recommended for our cats. Proper education will help your kitten to properly adapt to life in your home, get on with their human family, and make behavioural problems less likely as they get older. 7. Cats are treacherous and do not care about their owners. Felines have an independent character and tend towards solitary habits. This doesn't mean that cats don't care about their owners. Certain characteristics are simply inherent in their nature. However, domestication has changed and continues to change many aspects of a cat's behaviour, promoting better notions of cooperation and coexistence. Many people compare the nature of cats to those of dogs, but this is not really fair. They are different animals with different forms of life and ethograms. Canines have always lived in packs to ensure the survival of their species. Cats, along with their closest relatives, have had to survive as solitary animals, hunting their own food and looking out for themselves. This means they are often wary of unknown individuals and circumstances as a form of self-protection. 8. Cats and dogs do not get along. As we have already discussed, a positive home life and early socialization can help shape certain aspects of feline behavior, and the same can be said for dogs. If a cat is properly presented to a dog before the age of 8 weeks and maintains a regular relationship with them, they'll learn to see them as a friendly being. Even some cats which have not gone through this type of socialization can get on well with dogs. 9. Cats see in black and white. Human eyes have 3 types of colour receptor cells: blue cone cells, red cone cells, and green cone cells. This is why we are able to distinguish between a huge range of colour and tones. Cats and dogs do not have the red cone cells, so they are unable to perceive pink and red tones. They also have difficulty in recognising the intensity and saturation of colours. But it's false that cats can only see in black and white, as they can distinguish tonalities such as blue, green, and yellow. 10. Cats need less care than dogs. This particular myth can be quite dangerous. It's common to hear that cats don't need preventative medicine, thanks to natural resistances built up in their bodies. While they are strong and independent animals, they can also be delicate in other ways. As with any other pet, they require particular care with their food, hygiene, vaccinations, deworming schedule, oral hygiene, physical activity, mental stimulation, and socialization. It's a great myth that cats don't need looked after as much as dogs, and neglecting any of your cat's needs can lead to health problems down the line. Here's our video for today. What do you think? Are there any other false myths you'd like to share with the AnimalWised community? If you enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe to our channel.